Have you ever had a day where everything just seemed to go wrong? I have, and I remember it. I woke up late for school. My mom was mad because I was running late. I left without eating breakfast, and halfway to school I realized that I forgot my lunch on the counter. When I got to school, my best friend wasn't there because they were out sick, and I forgot to do one of my homework assignments. When I got home, I realized that I forgot my keys for the house when I forgot my lunch pail. So I had to wait outside till my mom got home from work, and I didn't get my chores done because, well, I was locked outside. Life is hard for all of us sometimes. In this series, we're talking about how when we follow Jesus, we are invited to the greatest party there is, a full and amazing life. When life gets hard, it doesn't feel like much of a party. Being a party starter means that we make an effort to celebrate, serve, or enjoy others in a way that adds value to life in the good times and in the bad times. It's easy to be a party starter for people when things are going great in our lives, when we're on time, when we're getting everything right, when we're getting our chores done, we're doing good in class. It's a lot harder to figure out how to be a party starter when others are experiencing difficult things. It can be hard to know what to do for someone who's struggling because we're not sure what to do or say to help them, or we don't really relate or understand what they're going through. We feel like what they're dealing with might not be a big deal to us. Being a party starter means showing up for others no matter what they're facing, how they're struggling, or whether you're sure of how to help them or not, or if you understand it or not. People have always struggled with how to relate to and help people in their challenges and sufferings in life. But thousands of years ago, people were experiencing a lot of pain and suffering. They were experiencing challenges and sadness, and God's people needed God the most. It felt like He wasn't showing up for them, understanding, or even helping. But God always has a plan. And God did something unexpected to remind people then and today that God is there no matter what we go through. God showed up by sending Jesus. A prophet or a person God spoke through announced the birth of Jesus, saying, "Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us." When people are suffering, God sent Jesus to be with them. Jesus' name literally means God with us. We can show up and be with others the way that Jesus showed up when He was needed the most. And a party starter shows up to be with others in their difficulties. When the people in our lives are struggling and we don't have to wonder what to do, we can simply follow God's lead and simply just show up and be there for them. We can show empathy and the ability to understand and share in what others are feeling by showing up and being present for others during their challenges. Remember that a party starter shows up with others in their difficulties. Remember I told you about my bad day where I forgot everything and was late? Well, my friend that was sick came over and helped me finish homework and mow the lawn before my mom got home. See what I mean? My friend noticed that I was struggling and cared enough to show up and support me in it. That's empathy in action. And that's what a party starter does. It's what I want to challenge all of us to do as well. And to do that, first, we need to notice those who are struggling. We need to open our eyes to what is happening in the lives of those around us. Who is struggling? Who's going through something difficult? Who just seems like they're having a lot of bad days? Pay attention to the people who may need a friend right now. And then care about what they're going through. This will be easier for some of us than for others. Some of you are naturally empathetic people. You feel what other people are feeling and care a lot about what they're going through. And for others of you who are getting into what other people are going through, maybe it just doesn't come naturally. And that's okay. Either way, we can ask God to help us care about what people are going through around us. And we can pray to God to give us the heart that's moved to care when we notice someone that is suffering. And finally, show up. Showing up is empathy in action. It's not fixing, it's not ignoring, it's not downplaying. It's just showing up and being with someone who needs us. You can show up physically by hanging out with someone or spending time with them, or you can show up in other ways like sending a text or saying a prayer, writing a note, or just being a good friend. Whatever it is, choose to show up for someone else. That's what God did for us with Jesus, and it's what we can do for others.